welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG World 2019. Finally we have Lost Thunder on PTCGO. As you can see, we are going to start our coverage with one of the most hyped and talked about decks of the new standard format, which is Blacephalon Naganadel. Now, we've all seen the Japanese tournament results from Limitless. We've seen the hype on the card from many different PokeTubers, myself included. So here we go. Finally, it's time to put the deck to the test. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel, guys. I'm hoping Lost Thunder will bring back momentum to the channel and to Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll probably notice like a cool intro, you'll see a cool outro. So I'm trying to up the quality of all the videos, and I hope you guys will show the support as well. And so let's start off with this Blacephalon Naganadel, probably going to be one of the best decks of the new format. Blacephalon GX is a fire type Ultra Beast, and its first attack, Bursting Burn, confuses and burns the active Pokemon. So for 1 energy, you get to really slow things down, put a little bit of pressure, and even the residual damage from the burn could be impactful. And then we have Mind Blown. Mind Blown is the reason this card is extremely good. You can put any amount of fire energy attached to your Pokemon in the Lost Zone. So not only Blacephalon, yeah, but also Naganadel. And no worries, Galade, it's all good. But you can put any fire energy attached to any of your Pokemon into a Lost Zone, and then for each one, the attack deals 50 damage. So 1 energy, 50 damage. That's a KO on some basic Pokemon. 2 energy is 100 damage, right? So that's a KO definitely on most of the basic Pokemon, and a lot of fire weak Pokemon. 3 energy is 150 damage. That one hit KOs all the non-GX attackers, or popular attackers that we've seen, that have 130 HP or less, more or less, and it even KOs a low Executor because of weakness, of course, even though it has 160 HP. And then if you discard 4 energy, you get to deal 200 damage, which one hit KOs every single basic meta relevant GX Pokemon, and then with the help of a Choice Band or perhaps a Beast Energy, you can even reach 210 to KO Zorgs. So pretty strong card, I would say. And then finally, Burst GX, it's kind of like Cortana's GX attack. You discard one of your prize cards, so instead of taking it, you discard it, and if it's an energy card, you get to attach it to one of your Pokemon, any of your Pokemon in play. And then combined with Blacephalon, we have Naganadel. The non-GX Naganadel, 130 HP, an Ultra Beast. Its ability, Charging Up. Once during your turn before you attack, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So you don't get to specifically load up other Blacephalons. However, since Blacephalon doesn't mind discarding or removing energy from play from any Pokemon, including Naganadel's, there's a lot of synergy between the two cards. And then the attack Turning Point deals 80 damage, and if you have exactly 3 prize cards remaining, this attack does 80 more damage. So it's kind of like a super powered up Sledgehammer, but on the 3 prize turn rather than on the 2 prize turn. I mean 4 prize turn, yeah? And even the Poipole is pretty good. If you start with Poipole going second, you'll probably want to use Eye Opener, and you look at your face down prize cards. That even has synergy with the GX attack of Blacephalon, because you can just put them back in any order you want. And then if you use your GX attack with Blacephalon, you know exactly which energy or which prize is an energy, and you get to attach that energy as well. So there's a lot of synergy between the deck. 2 Tapu Leles for support, and then supporters wise, we have 4 Sightseer, which is another new card. Sightseer, you may discard any number of cards from your hand and then draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. If you can't draw any cards in this way, you can't play this card. So, I mean, you always should be able to use this card. Like you can discard 10 cards, right? And then draw 5. And then you use Sightseer to put energy into a discard pile, and then use Naganadel to bring them back. Now we also have 3 Cynthia, 3 Kuzma, and the single Lily. We have 4 Ultra Ball, of course, 4 B-String in order to accelerate energy. It's just another way to put energy onto the field. We have Double Mysterious Treasure for extra consistency with our Psychic Pokemon, Triple Acrobat to search for cards and discard energy, a single Rescue Stretcher, a single Choice Band, and then we have 2 Ultra Space, which every turn it's in play allows us to search for an Ultra Beast and put it into our hand, so that allows us to set up. And then we have the Heat Factory Prism. We finally have Prism Star Stadium cards. I think we're only missing Prism Star Tool cards. Well, I guess an item cards. So yeah, once you reach player's turn, that player may discard a fire energy card from their hand, and if they do, they draw 3 cards. And then this card cannot be removed by Field Blower, right? Or by a supporter such as Delinquent, which is not relevant in Standard. However, another stadium can bump this, yeah, so still a pretty good card. You get, at the very least, the turn you play, you'll probably draw 3 cards, and then any turn it stays put, you'll be able to draw even more cards. And we have 16 basic fire energy and the single beast energy, so a bunch of our deck is energy. That's going to be it for the deck description. Let's jump into a ladder, and now we probably won't be, well, we definitely won't be facing against people who have Lost Thunder cards already, yeah, so we are going to have the upper hand in that regard, and we won't be facing any Blacephalon mirrors or anything, but as the day progresses, I'm sure we will start seeing more and more decks, more and more relevant decks, and probably up against Malamar Giratina, rather Malamar Ultra Necrozma. Based on the previous screen, she could have a Giratina, honestly, she really could have. And let's get to go first. Okay, so pretty decent start for sure. Pretty decent start. And guys, tell your friends, tell everyone. If you can help me out on social media, like posting on Facebook and Twitter, on the Hey Fonte and Burbank groups, like letting people know that I'm online playing with the brand new competitive cards, that would be very appreciated, yeah? And Khalid, no worries. Seriously, no worries. Maybe I took it the wrong way, but it's all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Let's just enjoy the Lost Thunder cards here. So I would like to draw an extra card. We do get a Poi Ball. We were going first, so we didn't need to bench it, but I just decided to bench it anyways. And so let's go ahead and play the Acrobike first. I'll keep the Naganadel. And then let's Acrobike again. I'll keep the B-String for sure. Right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and discard these 2 cards and set up another Poi Ball. If we get an energy off of the Cynthia, which I am kind of counting on, we will probably be able to knock out this Ultra Necrozma on turn 2. Yeah. So we do get one, right? We do get one. And that's pretty good. I can also use Ultra Space, which will allow my opponent to get out another Ultra Necrozma, but it's honestly fine. We have a pretty good follow-up hand, and ACR, thanks so much for the follow. And then I think I'm gonna keep this Acrobike for now. Chuckle Zero, pues es que ¿cómo definirías los decks grandes? Thank you, Galade. Thank you. I'm glad. I mean, that's what my videos are for. Yeah, to help everyone with their improving their play, improving or getting better at Pokemon. Yeah, that's the purpose and the reason I started my channel. Okay, so the GX attack is what we need to be careful with. Yeah, the GX attack is definitely what we need to be careful with. Pues no lo sé, Shuckle Secro, depende cuánto tiempo haga de transmisión. Okay, so we have double Naganadel. I feel like I'll get another Poi Ball here just to thin. And then I'm probably gonna Sightseer everything away. So I'm gonna go ahead and Acrobike first. Does the Choice Band matter? I mean, it matters when I wanna KO this guy. I feel like the Hit Factory could be useful, but not so much. Huh. This one's a tough decision, honestly. This one is a tough decision because the choice pad doesn't matter against this. I mean, I should have enough energy. I don't know. I'll keep the heat factory. I should have enough energy. I'm confident I'm gonna have enough energy. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it now. Yeah, I've already used my stadium, and I'm gonna sightseer, and I'm gonna draw the full 5. Yeah, I'm gonna draw the full 5. I really need a fire energy. There we go. That's perfect. I really could have used the Guzma as well. I'm gonna go ahead and heat factory one of them to draw an extra 3 cards. Wow, this deck is so broken. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I will use charging up. Okay, so I guess we are going to be slowed down a bit here. Yeah, we are going to be slowed down a bit. If I choose to knock this guy out, we are going to be slowed down a bit, which is not terrible, right? I could use my GX attack then. Yeah, let's just go full out. Is this the first mind blown of YouTube? I would say so, right? I would say so. So 200 damage. Beautiful, turn to knockout. There we go. Yes, Kula Diamond, I have the Alola Next deck up and ready to go. Yeah, so there's the first Malamar. I mean, my opponent could play B-String as well. Rescue Stretchers back, the Ultra Necrozma. That's probably a bad idea, I would say. Because that opens, like, if my opponent uses a GX move, by benching that, now I have a target to where I can, like, B-String, or play a bunch of B-Strings, and then Guzma KO that. Okay. So looks like we are fine here. Looks like we are fine. First Mind Blown on TCGO. I am not playing Kiawe, no, Destroyer King. I am not playing Kiawe. Okay, so we lost our stadium. Not the end of the world. I don't think my opponent ever used Ultra Space. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I won't be able to take a KO this turn, but that's perfectly fine. Let's use Charging Up with each of our Naganadels. Yeah. And then let's definitely Ultra Space here. Okay, so I just need to plan this properly, I think. All I need to do is plan this properly. Make sure that the GX attack doesn't slow me down at all. Yeah. So, I mean, do I want to use Burst GX? I think I do. No reason not to, right? I mean, even if I lose the Blacephalon, I have double B-String in my hand. I have double B-String in my hand. I feel like keeping one energy is important. So I'll keep the Lele, right? I'll keep the Lele in my hand. And then because I already have the double B-String and the Lele for the Guzma, I'm not even going to bother playing the Cynthia. I could, but I won't. Yeah, and I'm just gonna Burst GX. Don't have a better GX attack to use. And it's a Blacephalon. That's perfectly fine. Am I playing Kiawe? No. Yeah, so I Burst GX. Our stadium gets bumped. That's fine. Is it? Yeah, it should be. It should be. Because even a Naganadel can take down a Malamar. If I had my choice band on a Naganadel, I could have. Oh no, I couldn't have. Take a knockout? No, I couldn't have. So yeah, this is fine. Is that the Beast Energy? It should be, right? Yeah, that's the Beast Energy, so he deals some extra damage, that's fine. Goes for the Moon's Eclipse. I'm going to knock this guy out. Right, so I'm going to do Guzma. And then all I need is another Guzma to knock out the Malamar, and I should have a couple of turns to do that. So here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to Lele for the Guzma. And then how many energy? There, my last Blacephalon is in there. So I'm gonna get 2 prizes. There was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I believe there are some energy prized. Khaled, thanks so much for the bit. Okay, so I want to make sure I have guaranteed game next turn, which means I need to get another Blacephalon, right? Which means I need to get another Blacephalon and B-string onto that, and I have 2 energy in the discard pile. Okay, so B-string number 1, and then B-string number 2. Filipinto, thanks so much for the follow. 1 energy left in the deck, and I'm gonna go ahead and charging up once. Charging up. So basically, I need to take a KO, removing energy from anything that's not Blacephalon, and that would be game. So I'm gonna Mind Blown, and then I can discard 1, 2, and there's a victory. Yep, pretty strong. Pretty strong when you get turn 2 knockout. Pretty strong when you can deal turn 2 200 damage. Pretty strong. Okay, so let's keep going then. Let's keep going. As you can see, right there you have preview of all the other decks that we have for today. We have a Alolan Executor, Buzzrock Ninetales, Tuxedo Ninetales, Granbull, Lost March Macargo, Malamar Giratina. So hope you guys are ready. First impressions, the deck's pretty consistent and pretty strong. Yeah. Is this Lost March? Does my opponent already have Lost March build? That would be pretty impressive. I guess Lost March is probably the easiest deck to build out of all of them. I technically don't know what I'm up against, so I'm just gonna play the Blacephalon down. This is so broken indeed. I'm doing all of them today? Maybe. If I have the energy, then yes, I will do them all today. Okay, so this is definitely not... Is this Metagross? If it's Metagross, this is actually pretty bad for my opponent. Let's go ahead and attach, and then let's go ahead and Lily for 5. And let's Ultra Space for another Poipole. And Kevin is actually usually a regular, yeah, from this stream, so okay, so easy choice on the acrobatic, and then we pass. Okay, so yeah, I'm really hoping today I will break my own personal record of hours streamed. Yeah, I'm really hoping I will do that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hello, Zenichi. Hello, Alex. Thank you so much to everyone who's here. Okay, so we get judged. This is Scissor GX. Yeah, this is Scissor GX. This is a Sightseer indeed. Okay, so let's get Naganadel. Does it have 1 retreat ghost? So I could just knock out the Scyther by going for a Lele, and that will be game, right? That will be game. Hello, Mugan. My name is not Raul though, my name is Pablo. So yeah, let's go ahead and knock out the Scyther. Like, if my opponent's gonna have any chance, Nico, thanks so much for the follow. If my opponent's gonna have any chance, it's gonna be thanks to a Scissor. So let's just get rid of that Scissor. Right? It's Fire Week, I only need to Lost Zone 1 energy and then like just get back in that energy in particular next turn. So Mind Blown and 100 damage. Pretty easy. Yeah. Ultra Shiny GX is released in Japan as well. I know. I really want to make a video of Ultra Shiny GX showcasing like the regular version and the shiny version. And Zenichi, thanks so much for the 10 bits. Blacephalon indeed is pretty okay. Pretty okay card, I would say. Pretty okay card. I'm gonna Sightseer away the Rescue Stretcher. I really don't mind losing that. I don't foresee my opponent taking any prizes this game, or maybe 2. What's my favorite deck of the new set? Oh, there's just so many new decks and new cards. I really like Blacephalon, I really like Alolan Executor, and I really like Lost March. I think those three would be my top picks. And I'm eager to play Oranguru as well. I mean, not Oranguru, sorry, Gramble. I feel like Gramble is gonna be pretty cool to play. Yeah, it's gonna be like a puzzle. Yeah, to make sure that, like, if you misplay into not getting 0 cards, you are heavily punished for that. Okay, so I don't want to miss an attack here. So, well, it's fine. I have so many energy in the deck that I believe this is a-okay. Yeah, we get another energy. We can do this, and then we can use charge up. Okay, so Scizor GX's GX move only deals extra damage to evolutions, right? So my Blacephalon should not have anything to be worried about. I don't think so. So let's Mind Blown. 1 energy, 2 energy, 3 energy. Okay, so we are running out of energy in the discard pile, but we do get a knockout, right? Which is cool. You love Lost March too? You're gonna buy it together with Gramble, indeed, for your boyfriend. Nice, nice. Well, boyfriend or best friend, I don't know. Hello, Standard. And thank you guys so much for being here. Almost at 200 viewers. Really appreciate you guys being here. Protísimo, pues estoy un poco de los dos, ¿no? Un poco de los dos. Okay, so there's the Scizor. Metal Frying Pan. Oh, Metal Frying Pan removes weakness. That's right. Oh, Metal Frying Pan removes weakness. Oh, I definitely did not account for that. I mean, my play is gonna be Confusion then here. Oh, pretty cool. Moving low. Okay, so definitely hadn't accounted for the thing. So let's keep the Choice Band then. Right? Let's go ahead and set up another Poipole. Yeah, and then we'll Sightseer for 5. Okay, so we're actually in a tricky spot here. I guess Beast Rings really do solve everything, but we have no energy in the discard. That's what sucks. So we'll use Bursting Burn, right? Burst GX would be too greedy here. And the Confusion is gonna be super annoying for him. He does get the Burn Heal, but the Confusion is gonna put in a lot of work, hopefully. I mean, it might make my Blacephalon live. That's what's important. I just need to make sure I don't misplay on the damage. Oh, he chooses to retreat. Okay, I'm okay with that. And has the switch. Okay, that works. That works. And has the Mount Coronet for the energy. Okay. To another Metal Frying Pan. And so the Beast Ring. I mean, we have knockout on the Scizor GX, I believe, right? 230 damage. Minus 30, that's 200. Yeah, so the 20 damage from the burn is actually relevant. We have knockout next turn. No matter what happens, we have knockout. Because we have this energy, we recover, and then we Beast Ring 2 to the active. So we can discard all of them, and that should be enough to get the KO. So let's go ahead and Beast Ring, to the active. And then we will Ultra Ball away these two for another Blacephalon to have another Beast Ring target. And yeah, the Choice Band is actually putting in a lot of work. And then we Cynthia. So we do find an energy for turn. We also find another Beast Ring. So now we're in a very sweet spot here. And we even have the Kuzma. So I'll do that. I'll do the charging up. I can see how this deck, like, in the mid game, it could potentially struggle with energy in the discard, like having enough energy in the discard to keep cycling them, right? So we need 4 energy, right? We need to deal for 230 damage. So 1, 2, 3, and then my active should be safe. That's 230 damage minus 30 from the Metal Frying Pan. Oh no, wait, what? Oh, the damage from the attack. Oops. Oh, the damage reduction from the attack. I forgot about that. Oopsies. I forgot about the steel wing damage. Oh my gosh. That was so silly. That was actually so silly. Oopsies. That was actually so silly. So now Steel Wing knocks me out. I mean, I do knock him out with Bursting Burn, but that was very silly. Oopsies. I mean, thanks so much for the follow tag. First Mind Blown on PTCGO and first misplayed Mind Blown on PTCGO, right? There you have it. Oopsies. Oopsies. All our real games.ca. It's okay though, it's fine. It's fine. Oh wait, we don't get knocked out? Wait, what? 80? Oh, we survive. Okay. I mean, that makes me happy. That definitely makes me very happy. The Guzma could be important, but just gonna Ultra Ball, and then I will grab this friend. Oh, that was so silly. Oopsies. 2 retreat cost. I will discard this guy. I mean, we're still going to win, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, no more energy. No more energy. Should be fine still. Should be fine. You've missed one game, realgames.ca. Sightseer is pretty busted. Sightseer is indeed pretty busted. So burst, I mean, I don't want to get rid of energy, right? So Bursting Burn, let me just double check. Metal Frying Pan doesn't prevent, yeah. Bursting Burn is a KO, right? It's 20 damage from the burn, 210 HP. That's a knockout. That scissor just went almost a full turn. Okay, and we get energy from him. That's pretty cool. Am I going to Dallas Regionals in January? Yes. Sightseer is pretty freaking good indeed. The mistake was just to give your opponent some false hope to win. Potentially. Yeah, potentially. Hello Josh, thanks so much for being here. Okay, so now we recover those 2 energy, we attach an energy, and now there's absolutely no way I'm going to misplay this, right? I hope. Because I'm just gonna click on every energy to make sure that I don't miscalc the damage. I can even get another energy here, and the energy from turn. So let's bench this, let's play this, let's play all of our fancy cards. I guess I could have played that and discarded with the stadium to draw an extra 3 cards. And I could have, okay, I can click right on the energy. That's 350 damage. No matter how much HP Scissor GX is reducing, that should always be a KO. There we go. Thank you, Mugonlol, for hanging out. Am I going to play a Alolan Ninetales deck? Yes, I'm going to play 2 Alolan Ninetales decks today. Yeah, I'm going to play 2 Alolan Ninetales decks today. Okay, so we are doing pretty well so far. We are doing pretty well. That was an insane amount of damage. So yeah, learn. I mean, we're not here to learn about maths, right? That was very silly. That was actually very silly. Always double check, right? That's the lesson from that misplay. Always double check. Always, like, even read your opponent's card to make sure you're not missing anything. Okay, so we win the coin flip yet again. We win the coin flip yet again. Okay, so I love starting Blacephalon. This hand is okay, not the best, not the worst. I can see why you only need, like, or the original user of this deck only used a 4-3 Naganadel rather than 4-4. It does feel a little bit excessive, that fourth one. Okay, so let's go ahead and Ultra Space. Right, for another friend? Nah, for this friend. And then we do have Lele's. We have a bunch of stuff available. The Lily's priced, however. That's not great. I really wish I had the Lily here, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and discard both energy. Grab a Lily. Lily would have been really good here because I get to keep the Naganadels in hand. Así es, Kevin. How long is today's stream going to be? As long as I can manage personally. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll get to feature like 8 or 9 decks, but we'll see. Yeah, we shall see. Okay, and then we pass. Now our hand really sucks. Yeah, now our hand really sucks. So yeah, if we had been able to Lily, at least we would have the Naganadels guaranteed. Like I have knockout on this Rockruff, right? But will the games be on YouTube? Of course, Jeremy. Every single game played today will be on YouTube, and hopefully with a little bit more production value on YouTube to encourage you guys to support the channel, both Twitch and YouTube even more. You know? Ooh, are we gonna see a Guzma right off the bat for a knockout? Yeah, wow. We immediately see the Guzma knockout on the Poipole. So pretty lucky draw for my opponent, having the raw beast right there. So I think our play is gonna be Confusion. I think our play is definitely going to be Confusion here. How many fire energies does the deck have? 16 basic fire energies. Okay, so let's keep thinning the deck. You know, let's keep thinning. Unfortunately, we don't. My opponent didn't even use the Ultra Space for a Manchas. Thanks so much for the bits. For another Buzzwole. Who gets the energy though? Maybe a Poipole gets the energy because 80 times 2 is 60. Would playing no supporter be a better play last turn? Potentially. Yeah, potentially. Let's go Bursting Burn. The Confusion should slow my opponent down here. At the very least, it forces him to Guzma again. It forces him to Guzma again and doesn't let him get an energy on that Rockruff. Okay, so now he uses Ultra Space. Perhaps School of Diamond, perhaps not playing a supporter. I don't know though. Like, one Naganadel on our bench wouldn't be doing too much work, right? We lose the Ultra Space now. We just got a Blacephalon Full Art. Very nice. Very nice Collapsing Gribble. Okay. Okay, so my opponent tries to attack and hits himself. That's the amazing value of Confusion. And so now, the Naganadel actually makes it to where we can knock out that Lycanroc. Is that worth it? I think so, because of the desperate situation we're in. But then the Baby Buzz puts in a lot of work as well. I mean, no matter which Pokemon I KO, Baby Buzz just wrecks my Blacephalon, right? So maybe it deals 80 damage. Maybe having an energy. This is tough. This is actually tough. I think I'm just gonna KO the active plus GX and save the Guzma for a different spot. Not happy with this though. Not happy with this at all. Yeah, this is a pretty bad spot to be in. This is probably going to be our first loss here. This is definitely going to be our first loss here. Oh well. So there's a Lily and there's a Sights here. A little bit too late. Is this deck the first deck of the stream? Yes it is, Kevin. Yes it is. Could have KO'd with Naga and powered up with ability and attach. Yeah, that's true. That was probably better. That was probably better. Yeah, that's actually true. There is plenty of energy. Yeah, so I probably should have used Naganadel in that spot. That I would have been able to also keep the energy on the Blacephalon. That would have been pretty good. So yeah, I should have used the Naganadel right there. You guys are correct. You guys are correct. 130. Okay, I mean, him benching the Buzzle. Ooh, didn't have an energy. There's a chance he whiffs. Probably not, but there's a chance he whiffs. Am I gonna play X today? Yes, I am going to be playing X today. Do I have a God account, Peter Joltek? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so do I just go after the Boss GX? With this Naganadel? Probably. Probably. Okay, double Naganadel. Okay, so 1 B string, 2 fires, another B string, another 2 fires. Is that, yeah, that's his beast energy, right? If I'm able, oh no, I'm gonna take 2 prizes, never mind. I mean, no reason not to use charging up, right? 80 times 2, 160, so I need this. Then let's go after this guy. And then we shall turning points for 220 damage. Okay, so our prizes are Mysterious Treasure and Fire Energy. Not too useful. I basically have no way to attach 2 energy to a Blacephalon in 1 turn. That's the biggest issue here. Thank you so much, Wolves the Bus, for being here. I think my play is going to be to hit for 80 on the Lycanroc. And then follow up with Lele? No, that doesn't seem great. I mean, that doesn't seem like it'll win me the game. 80's a very poor amount. If, however, I think my play here is going to be to go Mysterious Treasure for the other Lele, KO this Buzz. KO this Buzz or KO the Rockruff. And then use Naganadel's GX attack? Yeah, exactly, Vortex, exactly. He can't Dangerous Rogue me, but with Diancie, he can't get a knockout on the Naganadel this turn. So yeah, I need to play around the Dangerous Rogue. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. My last prize is going to be... That's the plan, right? Next turn I KO... If the Rockruff is there, the Rockruff. Otherwise the Buzzle. And then my last prize is going to have to be the Blacephalon plus Fire. So this Fire will go to Lele. Because I'm going to have to promote Lele and then retreat. Do I have a Lusamin Star in here? No. I do not have Lusamin Star in here. Which other decks will I be playing today? There's a lot, like... Everything that is potentially viable from the set, I will be playing that, yeah? Okay, I need to promote Lele because my play is to Guzma this turn. Do I Guzma go with Zorua? Okay, there's a Fire that I need. Okay, let's double check. Yeah, the Lele is there. I still have 3 Blacephalons. Yeah, that's the play. That is 100% the play. So, do I Mysterious Treasure the sides here? I think so. Yeah, because I'm always gonna have to keep an energy pretty much. Okay. So, hello Luis. Does Rayquaza stand any chance? It's not looking great for Rayquaza. Gardevoir? No, not Gardevoir. Okay, so definitely gonna attack the Rockruff, right? Definitely gonna attack the Rockruff. That way he can't use Lycanroc, Kukui, Choice Band, etc. to get a KO. And I'll attach energy here, so I have the retreat. And I will Turning Point. Not playing Energy Switch, no. Energy Switch would also be good, but there's no way to guarantee it. Oof, that Ultra Ball. That Ultra Ball wins me the game. That Ultra Ball prize wins me the game. That Ultra Ball prize wins me the game. Oof. I mean, will my opponent judge me here? There's no way, there's no humanly possible way for him to knock out Lele this turn. Guzma? Oh, you know what? If he Guzmas and attacks this Lele, that would be an issue. He has Kukui. It doesn't matter if he has Kukui. He can't Guzma and Kukui on the same turn. Ugh. That's a problem. Oh, and we even top deck this guy. Oh no. I mean, I'm gonna have to retreat, right? I'm gonna have to retreat, attack, and then hope he doesn't have back-to-back Kuzma. I think we lost because of that Kuzma play. We did our best though. We did our best. So I'm gonna attach. I'm gonna retreat. Collapsing Gravel? No. He already has knockout on the Naganadel with the Diancie, right? He's already KOing Naganadel. But the problem is, like, I'm not looking to have anything. The GX attack wins me the game. So it doesn't matter if he has Kukui or not. It literally doesn't matter if he has Kukui or not. What mattered was KOing that Rockruff so that he couldn't Kukui and Lycanroc. Okay, so we'll just Turning Point. If he has Guzma, he has Guzma. So yeah, Kukui, he just has it raw. He didn't even trade last turn. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've been talking about that plan. Like, we take a KO and then we use the GX move. The only way for my opponent to stop that was the double Guzma, and he had the raw double Guzma. So nothing we could have done there. Nothing we could have done there. So let's do one last game. Have I built a deck with a known draw? No, Vortex, I have not. The unknowns will take a lot more time and planning to build. So I will not be playing an unknown deck today. Yeah. What's the best way to use the Beast Energy in this deck? What attacker situation? Realgames.ca, I think this is something we've talked about a lot in coaching. Like, there's no specific situation. It's when you need that extra damage, you use it, right? But I can't tell you in which situation because every game there will be 20 different situations. Yeah, so sometimes it will be super useful, sometimes it won't be, sometimes you wish you had a basic energy, sometimes you wish you had the beast energy. It's impossible to say. Yeah, it's really impossible to say. Okay, so we're up against Solgaleo, which once he sets up the promo Solgaleo, he doesn't have weakness, right? He doesn't have weakness. So yeah, the best way to use the beast energy in this deck is just to I shouldn't be benching stuff. The best way to use the beast energy is just to hopefully have it when you need that extra burst of damage. Yeah. Okay. So decent-ish start. I'll definitely keep the Naganadel and discard the fire. And I will definitely keep the Ultra Space and discard the fire. Those were some pretty good acrobatics, and then we'll go ahead and let's set up a third Poipo. Why not? Why not? Boop. Okay. So Sightseer gets us more energy in the discard pile, which we might need. Sky Pillar, prevent all effects of attacks. Prevent all effects of the opponent's attacks, including damage done to benched Pokemon. So okay, Professor Elm's lecture, that's fine. So this is Metagross Soul Galio. Right, so I'm not too scared of the deck, honestly. Beldums and Cosmogs. You think a non-draw can work with Ribombi and Sylveon? How many cards do you need with the unknown? Like 35? I honestly haven't given it much thought. Weavile plus Reniculus plus Klefki, Magma, Secret Base equals win turn 2. Wimpo Squirrel, yeah, that actually makes sense. Okay, so definitely evolving. Do I just discard 2 energy? Nah. I think I'll discard. Oh, I should have attached energy. That was very silly. I should have attached energy before playing the Sightseer. I just cost myself 1 energy. For no reason. Okay, so we're charging up. I'll Lost Zone the energy from the Naganadel. This guy has weakness, so we do 100 damage, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, pretty good. And we get a fire. Oh, realgames.ca, like the beast energy, even if you discard it or you send it to a lost zone, you get the bonus 30 damage. Yeah. So yeah, it's basically use it like as if it were an energy choice band. That's what it is. When is the right time to use the GX move? When you when it's going to help you win the game, right? Like for example here, I could have GX to take a prize, but I'd rather save that for like maybe there's something active that I won't be able to KO as easily. Then that's when you GX. You get that other prize, and then hopefully afterwards you can pick up something that's smaller. Yeah. Hello, Nikris. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Dust Gathering for 1 extra card. Okay, so it's annoying that we have to get rid of 2 energies of the Cosmog. So for example, this would be a good situation to have the Beast energy. Yeah. If we had the Beast energy, Sinichi, thanks so much for the host. If we had the Beast energy, we would be able to knock this Cosmog out by just lost zoning 1 energy. Yeah. Lost zoning 1 energy. So I'm gonna Sightseer. Do I Sightseer the Beast Ring? Yeah, let's Sightseer 1 Beast Ring. That's fine. Okay, so we get 4 energy, we get another Naganadel. Now we're stuck though. Now we are stuck. There is a chance we lose the active Blacephalon next turn. A very small one. Actually, probably none. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna lose the Blacephalon next turn. So definitely one of these. I do have energy from hand. Nah, still though. Yeah, let's just do those 2. Off of 3 cards, my opponent needs Metagross, an Ultra Ball, 2 Metal Energy, another Metagross. Yeah, that's 5 cards, 5 specific cards out of the 3 he has in hand. Well, there's 1. There's the Ultra Ball, but those are not Metal Energy. Okay, so we need my opponent to not get a super lucky Lily here. Why not just use Burst GX? But McDougall, see, that's the thing. Like, I want to use Burst GX when I'm having trouble knocking out Pokemon. Yeah, like it's not about, oh, Burst GX keeps my energy alive, but eliminating a Cosmog actually has merits, because that's one less Soul Galio. Yeah, and look, I went got Rare Candy Soul Galio already. So if you can eliminate the Soul Galio, that's much better. Wow. Than, well, we were talking about a super lucky thing, right? Like, take a look at this situation, yeah? I'm gonna have enough energy to knock out this Metagross, right? But now it doesn't have weakness. Oh my gosh. Wait, he got it? He got everything? What? That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. What? What? That is actually ridiculous. Oh my. Oh wow. See, Fede, see where I work, Ramble. I know he has no weakness. I definitely know he has no weakness. Okay, so we'll draw 3 extra cards. Now I wish I had the double P strings. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. But yeah, like, it's looking like, for example, I took that prize, right? I'm down to 4. I'm gonna take 2 more prizes off of this Metagross. That puts me at 2. But it's gonna be maybe a bit difficult to get my last 2 prizes off of 1 knockout. Yeah, so if I use Burst GX and then I go after the Beldum, then that's much easier to knock out. Yeah, otherwise, I wouldn't have that option. Yeah, and there would be the potential of another Soul Galio in play. So it's like there's no specific way, there's no rule for when to use or not to use the GX attack. Yeah, it's all about reading the situation and analyzing each situation individually. Yeah, that's what makes Pokemon a skillful game. There's no the least like patterns you follow, the least rules you follow, that's when you're playing your best, because you're adapting, you're making different decisions for different situations, and therefore prioritizing your targets properly, prioritizing your sequencing properly, planning out your prizes. So there's no specific timing of Beast Energy or the GX moves or Naganadel or Blacephalon attacks. It's all about like having this vision into the future, yeah, of looking beyond the obvious. Okay, so I need to get rid of 5 energy. What are the chances that this Blacephalon gets knocked out? I thought they were very small the previous turn, and I was mistaken. Right? What will my opponent need this time around? He will need another Choice Band, Rare Candy, Metagross, and a Metal from hand. That's 4 specific cards, of which he could have them. So we have 7 energy, we need to get rid of 5. So definitely the 3 from the Naganadels, and then 1 of each. 1 from each Blacephalon? Yeah, 1 from each Blacephalon. I'm not a big fan of doing this, but yeah, because then I can't win with Kuzma. I won't be able to win with Kuzma anyways. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, Soul Galio bench removes weakness indeed. This Soul Galio's ability, Shining Mane, your Pokemon in play have no weakness. Yeah. Okay, so we get an energy. We have an energy in the discard pile. So we actually might be able to just KO this guy. If I discard this fire, or even if the stadium sticks, that's gonna be insane. If the stadium sticks, I probably win the game as long as I draw 1 fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 8, that's 12. I have 4 fires and 1 beast energy left. As long as I can find 1 energy, I should be able to win this game. I'll be able to just knock this guy out. Aqualhat, thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so much for the kind words. That's the point of my stream. Okay, that means we win the game. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Because now we can choose Kuzma. Oh, we always had the Kuzma KO on this guy. Never mind. I'm going to use my ability, attach an energy, Lele, Kuzma, KO. Lele for the game. Yeah, hunt the Lele, hunt the Lele. Hunt the Lele wins us the game. I was definitely not looking at that well enough. I was too focused on KOing the active. So yeah, just Kuzma Lele. Just Kuzma Lele is enough to get a KO here. Kuzma Lele. So yeah, 5 cards, that's okay. So yeah, I believe we are going to go undefeated with Blacephalon Naganadel. Broken deck, possibly broken deck. Yeah, possibly broken deck. Okay, so energy, and then charging up. So we're 1 energy short of KOing the active or this old Galio, but 200 damage is enough to KO Lele, and there's the game. So 4 wins in a row for this deck. Pretty good start to today's stream. Where's the Passimian deck profile? It's on YouTube at somewhere. So yeah, guys, that's going to be all for Blacephalon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And if you're watching live on Twitch, don't go anywhere, guys, because we have at least 5, 6, 7 more decks to be shown. Yeah. I did show the deck list in the beginning. I can show it again just one last time for sure. Yeah. Oh, we lost the puzzle game? Did we? Oh yeah, we lost the puzzle game. That's right, correct. We lost the puzzle game. I forgot about that. So that's the list. So we didn't go undefeated with the deck, but we almost did. Coming up next, probably Lost March. Coming up next, probably Lost March, I would say. So don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back. I'm just gonna go get some more water, and I will be right back with you. Thank you so much, and be right back.